You know, there's one thing that occurred to me. Ralchund is the first of the ruins that we went to that didn't have the orcs trying to get into it. I like to think that it's because they also couldn't figure out how to get in. You know, maybe their map marker also pointed the wrong way, and they just drowned, or something.
The slaughterfish in the waters here are a delicacy, if you can catch one.
Well, good news, I have the last of the Bloodlight tomes.
Fantastic. Give it here, and this one will translate the texts. This will take but a moment. And done. Here is a transcribed copy of the tome. I will keep the original here, safe and sound.
Well, that's all of them, right? Ooh, I got 2, Cloak and Storm.
Yes, yes. All of the Bloodlight tomes are now in our possession. Oh, this one owes you a great debt for your help. By the way, one of the Saltfangs came by and left this message. The Jarl is waiting for you to return.
Oh.
Sorry, this one couldn't help but take a peek at it.
At least you're honest about it, so I can appreciate some honesty at least. Now, this is pretty much what I expected, either a courier or that we'd get some sort of update after we helped with the tomes. You've been summoned by Jarl Ismar Saltfang. Return to the fishing hamlet at once for your next task. I like how they act like I'm being summoned. It's the thing of I'm volunteering. I'm mostly volunteering. I was given a free home, so I guess I might be slightly indebted. If it means I don't have more dungeons screaming at me every time I enter, then you know what? I will feel indebted to whatever assignments Jarl Ismar has for me. Oh, here we go. Battle of Braidwith. We are going to Braidwith. Alright. Well, what I want to know is how the tomes kind of play into this, because right now the tomes are like, you know, okay, cool, we're getting new types of magic, but I don't know if they really make all that much of a difference story-wise. Like, I don't know what me knowing the Bloodlight magic will really do to help fight off the orc invaders compared to some of my other spells, for instance. I do realize that I haven't checked out the player home. I haven't checked out the home that they gave me just yet, so let me take a look at that. It's a small little home, but still it's just nice to have a little bit of a base of operations whenever you have, you know, a new world space. Gale's End. Okay, yeah, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I don't know if they would give us a chance to upgrade it later. You know, possibly for coin. I'm not sure because there's really not a lot of space, but if we had like an alchemy station and, well, mainly just alchemy station. If we had an alchemy station, that would be a nice touch, I think. I feel like alchemy stations are just a little bit more common compared to, say, enchanting stations, so that's kind of the one I would want to prioritize a little bit more. So we do have the anvil, we have the forge, no workbench, grindstone, or tanning station. However, we don't really need them in the home itself since we already have those in the town, since we already have them in the village. So if anything, this is probably a good way to kind of balance it out given the space that we have. You guys don't sleep.
Luck's a good friend to those who've come prepared. I am bound by duty to my clan.
I got your message.
There you are, Mainlander. I have a task of the utmost importance for you.
Go ahead, what's the task? I peeked at the quest name, so I have an idea.
The orcs have set up outposts in these 3 locations. Clear them of enemies, and we'll be able to move our troops closer to Braidwith. There is an old memorial on the cliffs overlooking the village. Meet us there after you've completed these tasks.
Forward outpost, cliffside outpost, hidden cove outpost. Alright. I do wish we got someone with us for this. Once again, I would love it if we got, like, Guinevere or something for this. I think you might have some splinters. Okay, so forward outpost is the bridge, cliffside outpost, and the hidden cove outpost. Got it. I just want to see if Guinevere has anything to say, since she had instructed us to go to Jazir in the first place.
What do you need?
That is a no. Given that when we first get here, Jarl Ismar's like, oh, I expected an army, and it's just you, that's why I would like it if we did get a companion for this. And I think Guinevere would be a great example in this situation. Now get ready to fight all the orcs. Are they trying to hide around here? Oh, okay, there they are. I wonder if they would have been there, spawned in, if I had tried coming here before getting the quest stage. Like, I wonder if it could be broken. I wonder if I could have messed with it the same way that getting the Bloodlight Tomes early can also mess with it. I'm sure you guys are getting tired of me bringing up balancing and whatnot, but I will say when you spawn this many enemies at once, like in just, like, you know, one spot in one area, you definitely want to take HP and health pools into account. You want to have maybe one or two stronger enemies, beefier enemies as kind of the boss, mini-boss, but then you want the rest to be kind of like more rank and file. You want them to have maybe a little bit less health. The example that I always use, and I think Skyrim actually does it really well, vanilla Skyrim does it well, is with, well, honestly, with anything. With Draugr, with bandits, you'll usually have, like, mostly, oh, vanilla bandits, regular bandits, or just regular Draugr, and then one or two, you know, bandit chieftains or marauders. You'll have the one Draugr Deathlord or something of that nature. But I'm also someone that I continue to be of the opinion that vanilla Skyrim doesn't really work all that well with larger groups of enemies. It's just a little unwieldy. Oh, okay. So that's the first time we've seen the Clan Ognok banner. I'm getting a little bit of a Zeus vibe from it. You got the lightning bolt grabbing it. Well, okay, no, never mind, because that makes sense, because it's the Bloodlight. That's what it is, because Bloodlight, blood, electrical powers, yeah, okay. Clan Ognok, they're red. Bloodlight's red. Coincidence? Well, we know it's not a coincidence. They literally want all the tomes. I'm gonna go to the Cliffside Outpost first, and then we'll make our way south to the Hidden Cove. Oh, now this one seems to be right near another Dwarven Ruin. Maybe they thought this was the correct Dwarven Ruin. Maybe they thought this is the one they had to go to find the Bloodlight Tome. Maybe someone gave them some bad intel. What if it was actually just Jazir?
You're a fool to fight me.
Oh, did that orc just drop off? Did he just jump off?
I'll show you what
I think he did. I think he might be dead. I'm not entirely sure, though. Now, just so you don't have to hear me complain about balancing ever again, I'm just gonna drop down the difficulty, which is gonna be fairly low. Like, that's gonna bring it down to, what is it, Apprentice? Yeah, Apprentice would be below Adept. But otherwise, with the enemy density for the orcs, which make up kind of like the main enemy for the mod, it's just a little bit of a slog, all things considered. So, just bumping it down, and if you find that fights are taking a little too long, despite your level and your gear, it might be something you want to do as well. Well, this Hidden Cove outpost is not so hidden. It's
someone there?
pretty obvious, frankly. You know what? Just to knock you all down, just to stagger you guys a little bit, so that I can hopefully keep you from rushing me, although that guy just ran through wood.
Over here.
We are just gonna Fusro down. We're just gonna knock some of them down. We're gonna keep them off me a little bit more that way. I do like that we're getting, like, mages now. That some of the enemies in this are mages, because once again, it kind of goes back to the whole, like, oh, they're hunting down the Bloodlight Tomes and everything, so it does fit really well. Ooh, that sounded crunchy. Oh, optional meet the Saltfangs at the rally point overlooking Braidwith, or you can just go straight to Braidwith. No, I'm gonna meet up with my friends. Okay, so they are near Escavarn, or looking at the map. I think it's gonna be faster to get from the Pickled Horker. Yeah, I'll walk from the Pickled Horker. Well, they did say they were gonna be in the cliffs, so I might need to go around a little bit. We're gonna see. I'm also getting very close to Braidwith itself here, so just trying to be careful I don't trigger the wrong thing. Yeah, I think I would have been better off walking from Escavarn. Well, it was a 50-50 shot, and I just turned out to be wrong. Okay, I just wound up fast traveling to Escavarn and walking from there, which, yep, this was definitely the way that they wanted me to go. This was definitely the correct approach. Sorry, there wasn't a direct path, so I was like, oh, I'll just jump up some rocks. The Memorial Overlook. This is nice. This is cute. Oh, I thought you might say something to me. Sorry.
What do you need?
Sorry.
Braidwith lies just below. The time has come. We slay the orcs and retake our village. Be wary. They are led by a powerful mage they call the Stormcaller. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's spill some orc blood! Glory to the Saltfangs!
Is Guinevere here? I mean, I guess her responsibility was finding reinforcements. She did find me, so I guess her job is done then. I wonder what would happen if you did clear out Braidwith without them. Do you think that you'd just go back to them and they go, oh, alright, well, you know, we were going to claim glory and honor in this battle, but now we're not. Also, I was not expecting the wolves.
That takes care of that.
Oh, it does. Oh, you guys are in sync. You guys are gonna start finishing each other's sentences, aren't you? I want to talk to Stormcaller. I want to speak to him. I'm also wondering if anything's gonna happen to Jazir. Like, I know his home's defended, but the orcs definitely seemed to know that he was up to something. Or they were just attacking him because they were attacking everyone. Hard to say with them, necessarily.
Never should have come here.
Alright, you go that way, I'll go this way. Oh, and that was a good call, because we got a mage.
You're a fool to fight me.
Oh, we got a few people. I assume Stormcaller's gonna be in the Jarl's longhouse. That would be my bet. Oh, nope, never mind. Stormcaller's right here. Never mind, I found him. Just mid-laugh, he goes down. Hey, your leader's slain.
You puny weakling.
Show some fear. Show some, I don't know, maybe a tear or two. I'd like a tear or two.
Do your worst.
There you go, you got it. There's my worst, you got it. I will say they definitely needed my help because there were like 5 people. There were 5 Saltfangs who were coming here to retake Braidwith. If they tried this on their own, nothing would have been accomplished. They would all just be dead.
You puny weakling.
Like, how many did you guys get? How many did you get versus me? I'll talk to you in a second. Sorry, I just want to loot their leader. Okay, Nothing interesting. I was wondering if maybe he had a note or something on him.
Luck's a good friend to those who've come prepared.
Luck's a good friend if you bring a mercenary, aka the Dragonborn from Skyrim.
The day is ours! We could not have done this without your help, Mainlander. The entire clan owes you a great deal of gratitude. You've helped us earn a chance to rebuild our home, and for that I am grateful. In return, I give you this reward for helping me save my kin. You will always be welcome among the Saltfings, my friend.
Alright, 4,500 gold. That's not gonna be everything, right?
In times of doubt, the Saltfings prayed to our ancestors for guidance.
That's not gonna be all, right? Oh, they did lose one of their warriors, one of their 3 warriors. There's no one else here, is there?
Friend to those
oh, no,
who've
here we
prepared.
go. Another Saltfang warrior, yeah. So they certainly weren't essential. They certainly weren't marked as protector or anything, so... Well, there goes
True
half
comes from protecting
of
those
Clan Saltfang, it would seem. So, it turns out that's not only the end of the main quest, but also the extent of the quests in the mod. While there are other locations, as we saw in exploring the main island and the one to the northwest for Uralchund, there's no quest tied to them. While it doesn't say it in the mod's description, the author mentions in the comments section that the mod is still a work in progress, although they also stated that the main meat of the mod is done. Another comment that I saw from the author stated that they have a lot of additional content planned, but would also need more attention from the modding community in order to make it worth pursuing. So I guess these videos are my contribution to getting the word out there about the Tempest Isle, which I'm always very happy to do because, hey, with how many mods get released every day, it's very easy to miss some releases like this one. Personally, I would have preferred that the author waited to have some of this additional content completed before the initial release. As it is, knowing that there might be more to come, I don't necessarily want to explore the other dungeons in case they become tied to quests later on. The third island in the mod, which I still hadn't gone to, is still a work in progress itself. This is very much a mod I'd happily come back to for additional updates, for new content and quests, but right now it just feels a bit bare bones. The description on the mod page saying that it's meant to feel like a true Skyrim expansion feels a bit hollow given how short the main story is. Voice acting was well done all around. A lot of the world space design was really good, and I was happy with most of the dungeons that I went into. I think there's some smaller technical aspects that can be touched up, from quest stages, the quest journal, and so on, as well as some much needed tweaks to enemy health pools, to maybe have it feel a bit more in line with the rest of the game. But once again, despite these criticisms, there's clearly a lot of care that's gone into the mod. Having a new soundtrack, enemy variations with the orcs and Dwarven Colossus, unique banners for Clan Saltfang and Clan Ognok. Frankly, it's more effort than you see put into a lot of the mods out there. It's the kind of things that help make a new world space feel new, and that's something that I always look for myself. The story is something that I was really invested in, but it ended kind of abruptly. I didn't expect finding the tomes to make up the bulk of the story, just for them to not really matter for anything outside of getting the new spells themselves. Given that the orcs were looking for them, had a banner that seemed to be in reference to bloodlight magic, and were even all red themselves, I really thought we were going to learn more about Clan Ognok and their fixation on the tomes. For instance, them taking over Braidwith could have been because they had come to find a ritual site underneath the town, with that being tied to more of the bloodlight magic. Right now, this feels like a story with a lot of missed opportunities, but it has so much potential to expand upon them. My main takeaway from Tempest Isle is that it's a really solid foundation, with so much great groundwork that's already been done, from world design to world building, level design, and a very clear care for creating a unique environment. But story-wise, it very much feels rushed, and for me, as someone who's most excited about questing and narrative, it isn't quite what I had hoped for. Had the mod page's description been a bit more upfront about the fact that this is a work in progress, I would have gone into it with that expectation. Or I may have even waited altogether until it was in a more completed state. This is a mod that I'll continue to track and keep an eye out for, because with more content and updates, this can be one of the better new world mods out there. And despite these grievances, I would very much recommend giving it a shot, because there's a lot of things that I was really impressed by. If you're looking for a mod that gives you new dungeons, maybe something akin to New Vamenheim, this might be a good one for you. But that's gonna be all for today. As always, thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, check out the Patreon or the YouTube memberships, both of which get access to the Discord server. YouTube members also get access to the channel emotes, which can be used in the comments below. And make sure to check out the streams at twitch.tv/0periodproductions. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.